Hi everyone. If you are using GitHub Copilot CLI regularly by now, you must have seen this problem that you ask your AI coding agent to do some complex or something big. Let's say like refactoring three modules, updating all dependencies, and writing unit tests for it, and then you have to wait. Like it works fine, but it takes forever because it's handling every step sequentially. Like first a task A, then at the end of the task A it will start the task B and then C. It is frustrating. So today we are unlocking the fastest feature in the GitHub Copilot CLI, the fleet command. So let's see like what is it exactly. So when you use a standard Copilot CLI, the main agent takes your plan and executes one step at a time. This is reliable, but it's slow for large jobs. The fleet command changes the fundamental architecture of how Copilot works. It takes the complex multi-part plan and automatically breaks it down into independent subtasks. It then transforms itself into an orchestrator. Then it spins up multiple specialized sub-agents and which runs simultaneously. So you don't have to wait for the documentation to finish before your tests are being written. Everything happens exactly at the same time parallelly. So let's see the key benefits of this fleet command. The main benefit is speed. For parallelizable work, like creating a suite of tests across different modules, using fleet command, you can complete the job in a fraction of the time. We have seen about how you can create custom agents in one of our previous videos. If you have not watched it yet, I have added its link in the description. Main advantage of this sub-agents is specialization. Within that fleet, different sub-agents can use different large language models like Claude Opus 4.6 for code generation and some other faster model for simple documentation tasks. Also, if you know that a specific custom agent is well suited to particular subtask, you can specify this in your prompt by using custom agent name in your prompt. So for example, within the larger prompt you can say like use test writer, which is the name of that particular custom agent. So use test writer to create comprehensive unit tests. And third thing is focus. Because each sub-agent has its own context window, it is not distracted or overwhelmed by the other complex architecture of the main plan. It just focuses on its part of the work, leading the better accuracy on that specific task. Now let's see some use cases when you should use this fleet command. So first is like when you have like large or complex task, you can use fleet when your request involves multiple independent steps such as refactoring several files, updating dependencies, or running tests across modules. And the second thing is you should have the parallelizable work. Basically, if your task can be split into subtasks that don't depend on each other, you should use this fleet command to parallelize the work and to generate the faster results. The best workflow is often combined with autopilot mode. This is exactly similar to what we saw in our last video of the plan mode. So basically first you use shift tab on the CLI to enter the plan mode. Then you work with Copilot to build a perfect multi-step plan. Once the plan is ready, you will see an option to accept plan and build on autopilot with fleet. You select that and then you can literally walk away from your desk, have your coffee while the entire fleet executes that plan autonomously. Finally, let's see some considerations while using the fleet mode. As you know, when you submit a prompt in the CLI, the Copilot interacts with the selected large language model to generate the response, and this consumes your premium requests. The number of premium requests consumed depends on the model that currently is selected, and more interactions with the LLM result in more premium requests being consumed. As each subagent can interact with the LLM independently of its main agent, so splitting up work into smaller tasks that are run by subagents may result in more LLM interactions than if the work was handled by the main agent. And hence, the fleet command using the fleet command in the prompt can cause more premium requests to be consumed. And second is, it doesn't work with the sequential work. Like it basically only works if the task can be parallelized, and if your step 2 completely depends on the step 1, in that case the orchestrator won't be able to run these tasks parallelly. Now let us see the demo of this /fleet command. So let me create a new Copilot session. In the new Copilot session, you can use this /fleet command, and then after that you can give your prompt. So for example, to give some parallelizable task to our calculator application, what I will do is I will give this prompt as /fleet create history or save history of operations in our calculator app. Then write their unit tests. Use H2 database to save the operations in memory, or save the data in memory, and also update the readme our readme.md file, adding the relevant documentation. Now if you look at this prompt, basically I'm using this fleet command to parallelize these things, like for example the implementation, writing the unit tests, and then updating the documentation. All three things can happen parallelly. So let me give this prompt, and now basically it will create multiple tasks for this, and you can also see like these tasks running parallelly, but before that let it take the entire context. You can also use the autopilot mode rather than having to give the permissions each and every time. Now it basically it will create these tasks, and it will start the tasks parallelly. So basically first it will refactor the app, and then these two things will happen parallelly. It will do the first to do, and then it will basically use the sub agents for the parallelizable tasks due to our fleet command. So as you can see, it is now dispatching the two dependent to-dos in parallel, and you can also see them using tasks command. Once they basically start, both of the tasks will start, they will appear over here. Yeah, so first task, so first sub agent is like updating the readme documentation, and parallelly the other task is writing the unit test for your file. And this way, like basically for the non-dependable operations, you can do these parallelly using our fleet command.